Okay, and we're live on YouTube. So click the blue OK. And now we're going to also go live on Facebook. Okay, Jinny, here we go. I'm clicking
All right.
and we're live on Facebook. Okay, we are simulcasting kind of more primitively because I don't have both YouTube and Facebook connected to my Zoom. I can only do one. So we're doing both, my friends and gems. And I have with me here Jinny. And oh my gosh, we have some exciting things to share, some stories. Jinny, what were you saying right before we came on? You were talking about the summer. What was that?
Oh, yeah. So I saw this caption that said, "The summer I turned beautiful." And I thought, wow, that's me. Um, I started aging and feeling insecure. And since I've been um, utilizing the skin cream and the patches, I'm like, that's me. The summer I turned beautiful.
Well, and it's not just that we notice the changes, but now it's really interesting when people that we know and people that we don't know. I noticed my daughter mentioned something to me about my skin and the texture of my hair. And then, like just today at the nail salon, a total stranger that was sitting next to me, next to the gal that was doing my nails, she goes, "Oh my gosh, you have the most amazing skin." She doesn't know anything about me. She doesn't know my age or anything. And she was just like, "Your skin is just glowing and it's just beautiful." And I thought, oh my gosh, it's an unsolicited, compliment. And like I told you when we first got on, I'm like, oh my gosh, Jinny, you are glowing because you really are. Everybody, you guys who are seeing her, I think you would agree. She looks radiant. She's glowing. It's hard to fake good collagen and glowing skin. Your skin really is a reflector of your health and your well-being. And I got to say, you do look radiant, Jinny.
Oh, thank you. Yes, my daughter told me yesterday, she said, "Mom, your skin looks so good and less wrinkles and firmer." And so I was super excited that someone else noticed.
Yeah. And so, okay, so I want to see if we can get you also connected here on Facebook. Let's look at the Facebook feed and see if you can see, if you put a comment, I think it'll give me the option to bring you on that camera too. But at the very least, like I said, we're definitely on both platforms right now.
Like
Um,
a comment on your live.
yeah, on my live, on the Facebook Live right now. Oh my gosh. Okay, so you might have to take the volume
Yeah,
down
on my live, on the Facebook Live.
I'm going to put my volume down on my phone too, because we only need the volume from the actual, what we're doing here on Zoom, and they can hear it on both ends. So, oh, I see. There you go. So we're going to bring you on. I'm going to put add. So all you have to do is accept. And so this is unscripted, you guys. We're not, we're just wanting to share our truths and the things that we're noticing. And so there you go.
It put the volume back up. Oh, okay.
I love it. So, oh my gosh, that's cool. So it's like top, bottom. So this is very cool. So I wanted to say, so some of the things you said something about your behind before and after too. And so I'm going to make a confession, which I only Dr. Stacy, Dr. Mel, Dr.
Uh-oh.
Paula, and April Stewart Von knows. So because you're willing to be transparent and open about, you said something about your behind or your butt. Do you want to share what you noticed before and what you're noticing now?
Well, I had an accident last year, and I said as soon as I go live, the dogs are going to bark. There they are, right on cue. Um, and I had overactive thyroid, and I noticed my butt got flat. And since I've been patching, my butt got big again. Not big, but it puffed back out. And I was sharing that with Lily because um, it was just a funny story.
Well, I love that because, it's resetting to your state at a younger time and place when you were more youthful and more, your collagen is more restored. And so everything starts to lift. So I'm one of those girls. I'm like, I don't like surgery or injections or fillers or any of those kind of things. And I've always wanted to have cleavage because I was always you know, it's like, wow, all the girls have cleavage. And I thought, okay, once I have kids, maybe then I would develop cleavage. And of course, never happened until the first year I'm on the patches. It was about a year ago. And I remember kind of looking in the mirror and going, oh, I think I'm feeling my dresses and my bras and everything more. And I'm like, I think I actually, you know, I noticed that I actually have a little cleavage. And I thought, oh my gosh, it's like this is not just my imagination. This is like really happening. So then there's a group text where Dr. Mel, it's Dr. Stacy, Dr. Mel, Dr. Nirmala, and April Stewart Vaughn. She's our blood specialist. So the 5 of us are on this thread. So I'm like, has anyone reported that their boobs have grown on the patches or developed cleavage where they never had cleavage before? And they're like all laughing. And of course they're more endowed than I am. So they're like, they can't relate, right? So they're like, no, girl. And I'm like, well, I'm here to confess. I'm like, I'm not going to shout it from the mountaintop, but I'm like so excited because I just recently was at my mom's house and my mom's like, when you went to Europe, did you get a boob job? I'm like, no, you know I'm anti-surgery. Why would you ever say that? She goes, well, because you're so much chestier. And I'm like, I'm chestier, but I'm not heavier weight-wise. And I'm going, oh my gosh, all my life I've prayed to God for more assets here, finally, you know. So I'm like, and then last October, one of the gals, Ann Ziegenhorn, she grew back her thyroid, right? And one of the things that she mentioned when she had her explants done, because part of the autoimmune disorder that she had was from the implants that she had. So she had them removed and she had different organs removed, like her, you know, uterus and her ovaries, and horrible, right? Well, guess what? 4 months on the patches. And she said, she goes, God is so good. My girls grew back even though I had explants. So not only does she look younger, and of course it saved her life, and she grew back her thyroid. And we're not making any medical claims. That's just her story. That's the results that she had, right? But her boobs grew back after she had the explants, you know, of those breast implants. And and I sprouted some more mass up there, which was a lifelong dream. And who knows what kind of environmentals maybe suppressed that as I was growing up. But since we're activating those original master smart cells from conception, I have these effects. And you have,
Well, yeah, you know, when you start reaching a certain age, you start noticing changes. And I was becoming very insecure, which was a totally new feeling for me. And, you know, starting to hide and not want people looking at me. And, you know, my butt went flat and I was like, oh my God. And so when I got on the patches, you know, I no longer have any of those symptoms of overactive thyroid and my butt got bigger. I know that's not a testimony all women want to hear, but
oh no, I'm one of those women who I actually 10 years ago, I had a personal trainer, and the number one thing we were working on was to get myself a rounder butt because I've always had a little butt.
yeah. And today I was standing in the mirror and I have no cellulite and I was excited about, I never really had that, but my legs are looking really good on the back view. So I was happy about that.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
when I last year I broke my wrist and my hip and I was in an enormous amount of pain and I stopped taking pain medicine because I don't like to take medication. And I had been on the patches and a month later I'm like, oh my God, all that pain went away. Like it was so gradual and quick that I didn't even notice that I was not in pain anymore. And then because my wrist broke, I had developed frozen shoulder. And I started Googling, and they're like, you could have that for a year. You know, it just heals whenever it wants to. And I'm like, no, I'm going to patch it. So I literally, it said it was this muscle back here. And so I started patching it. And in 3 weeks, it was completely gone. For frozen shoulder, that is unheard of. And I was like, you know, no physical therapy. My wrist was what gave me the most problem. You know, I couldn't bend my hand. My thumb is still a little bit, it doesn't go all the way, but I can totally use it. I can put my hand over my head. It's just been amazing recovery.
Wow, Jenny. So how much better can it get? And how long have you been on the patches?
Um, I started August 1st of last year.
August 1st of last year. Oh my gosh, my friends and gems. So any of you that are watching this broadcast, friends, acquaintances, new followers, new friends, my feed, her feed, doesn't matter. You need to get in touch with Jinny, get in touch with me, get in touch with both of us. We are connected to an amazing leadership team. Dr. Stacy is at the helm of our medical group. She is not a singular, she is a double PhD, functional medicine, integrative medicine. We also have Dr. Mel. She has 3 PhDs. I mean, we've got more PhDs and MDs
We do.
than McDonald's sells hamburgers. But that's not the impressive part. The impressive part is the level of support, of care, of hands-on, paying attention to what it is that's going on with you. And we are very education proactive. We want to make sure that we know what's going on with you so that we can put those patches on the places, point to the pain and patch it so we can resolve and dissolve it. And our number one thing is let's take down the pain level 50 to 100% because of patches by putting them on your body. The patches aren't doing that for you. It's your body that does it for itself. The patches are the on switch that activate 33% of your previously dormant master smart cells. It's just knowing where to put them and boom, and they work anywhere on your body. And so we're I mean, would you say that we're pretty hands-on, pretty proactive, pretty engaging with everyone that we've got on the patches?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I contact my people all the time that come in and anytime I need help, I need a question answered, or I just want to do some strategy planning, there's always somebody available and such amazing and wonderful people involved. And everybody's on the patches, and so we're all happy. And
Yes, yes,
my
yes.
my mental stability since I've been on the patches, I am not where I was last year at all. Um, and it's just amazing how positive I am, how just emotionally stable. And I say I'm not stopping till everybody feels as good as me.
Yeah, I agree. I love that. I haven't heard anyone say that before. I'm not stopping until everyone feels as good as me. I believe you, sister. You're my sister from another mister. And you are connected to, like I said, incredible leadership, not because I'm part of that leadership, but we seem to be a magnet for like the cream of the crop human beings. I already mentioned Dr. Stacy, Dr. Nirmala, Dr. Mel, but oh my gosh, your resident biohacker scientists, Jody Hadsel and Annie Catterall. Oh my gosh, how much better can they get? They are human superheroes. Make no mistakes. Again, the amount of knowledge and support and the enormity of their open hearts, like your heart is just no pun intended, pun not intended. It's like so heartfelt. It's so heartwarming because really there is a lot of love is surrounding us. So my friends and gems, as you watch this, if any part of this, if any, just one tiny little thing resonates with you, reach out, put a comment below, put a heart. Of course, if this is on YouTube, make sure you like and you subscribe. And please follow Jinny on her YouTube channel. Follow Jinny on Facebook. Send her a friend request. Mention this broadcast. And I was just thinking, Jinny, because I know you and I decided we're going to do more of these and we're going to share these stories because every day it's like Christmas. That's why I still have my Christmas tree here because I get to be Santa and share this life-saving technology with you guys. But I also get to be the little kid under the Christmas tree going whoopee whoopee as I hear about Jinny's frozen shoulder that in 3 weeks, boom, it was resolved, right? And that her hip and her wrist, all of that is a thing of the past. It's no longer part of her present, right? So it is just a beautiful place to be. And you guys could be experiencing the same thing. And so we're going to be coming on here more often. And I'm thinking, Jinny, I'm going to hopefully get Jody to come on here because I would like to do a collaboration where we see how many people we can get to comment while we're doing these lives and then have Jody's a really super fast typist. She's such a brilliant mind. She does so many things so well. We would need somebody to enter on one of those big spin wheels And so for everybody who comments, if they comment once, then their name gets entered once. If they comment twice or three times, for every time they comment, we're going to enter them into one of those big big wheels. And then whoever wins is going to win a free supportive patch from us. So I think that would be fun, because who doesn't like to win? Who doesn't like to win something for free? That way they get to win, one of the patches, and they get to experience that. And I think it would be a fun and exciting thing to do. What do you think? This is just here in live time.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're saying that the echo is pretty bad, so I turned down my computer and trying to make that better. So you were talking about spinning the wheel and winning patches. Yeah, all in favor for that.
So maybe we have somebody who's tech savvy who can, because actually I can hear in the background there too. So
I don't know what we need to do to remedy that, but I'm going to speak to one of my tech people and find out, okay, how do we do this so that we don't have this bad echo, and we can remedy this so that the sound is good on both Facebook Live as well as YouTube, and then we'll figure that out. But the most important thing is the message. So I hope you guys were able to hear how Jinny was able to get rid of, my goodness, that was terrible. You're a broken wrist and you have that injured hip, and then you got the frozen shoulder. And then you got the youth and vitality of restoring, having a rounder, plumper butt. I have to affirm that for myself so that my cells will, I never had a rounder butt, but then again, I never had cleavage before, but I do now, which is like huge.
Well, the amazing thing about that is, I had the thyroid issue that I don't have anymore.
Which, how many people are struggling with thyroid issues? That's a very large. Just today, the gal that was sitting next to me who complimented my skin, she had thyroid cancer when she was 27. She's 33 now. And she said, yeah, she had to take radioactive isotopes, etc., blah, blah, blah. And so, she has that behind her, but she was very interested when I told her about these stem cell activation patches. And of course, the FDA doesn't want us to call us stem cell activation patches anymore, so we're not calling them that anymore. We're calling them cell activation patches, and they activate your master smart cells. So I corrected myself in case we have anybody watching that's from any of those 3-letter organizations, because we do play nice and we do follow the rules. So, and it was just a recent development in the fall that they changed. We said, oh, you went from being able to say that to not being able to say that. But these are FDA compliant class 1 medical devices. They're made in FDA registered facilities. So that's good to know here in the US, and we have 15 distribution centers throughout the world. So these are available in up to 82 countries. It's very exciting. So anything else you want to share with our friends and gems here, Jinny?
Just if you're not feeling up to par, get in touch with me and we could get you feeling a lot better. I know, I just feel so amazing.
Yeah.
And I'm super excited that I can help others.
Yeah, I'm super excited to be able to be part of your team and to help others. And so here you go, my friends and gems. You see Jinny Mixter on Facebook. If you're watching this on YouTube, go find her. Facebook, Jinny Mixter, Jinny, Mixter, Mixter. And you'll be so happy and so glad that you did. And you're going to learn a lot with her, because as you can see, she's just got a beautiful open heart. You can have similar results to her. Who knows? You could even have, there are people who have more extraordinary results than I have had. And you're looking at a girl that had brain damage and had no short-term memory, and now that's all resolved. And so thank you, Jinny. I know you got to get going. You've got busy things to do. You've got other people to take care of as well. But thanks, and I look forward to doing this again.
Thank you.
Seeing you next week. Take care, my friend and gem. Ciao for now. Bye.